Yeah. Two. Yeah. Aye.
Yacht over money.
I'm jacking the beat, you calling the cops. The yapping is cheap, I call you the ops. The rapping is heating, it's all cause of pop. You get a leak for the ball, get a drop. Feel like I'm wrong when I double it back, cause I'm making it harder to catch that. But I covered the ticket, I call you to visit. You tipping and hit up the cash app. Baby girl, been round for it, yeah. In the old days, I was stuck in old ways. Never really trying to flip the old page. Young man tripping at an old age. Thinking I was flicking, had a low wage. Led the broad days, then a slow praise. Thinking it'd be different, it would gon' change. Then it really didn't, it's a cold game. Yeah, hey, all I really wanted was the money in the pocket. Got over money, but the money ain't the topic. Like Bill Doe and the money gotta stop it. Kid need food and the whip need juice. I'ma get these views when the work hard, play hard, homeboy, everybody ain't calling out. Got a mouthpiece from the southeast, if you want scrap, stall him out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I feel good, man, I'm balling out. I'm a rich man with a rich fam, Christ bars got me out of mama house. And I bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Big God, big grace. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace.
What's good, baby? It's your partner looking old, so fresh, cold, clean. You see that thing? Now, guys, take that damn picture for your mom and them guys, and welcome to another edition of the Countermove podcast, where we look at life from a wise perspective, lean in and reason together, guys, and come up with the proper solution for the proper situation, guys. Now, if you're looking for a debate type of format, let me do me a big quick favor, guys. There's a big old X on any one of the platforms on the top, left, right, behind, down below, whatever it may be, and skedaddle. This is not one of those type of podcasts. We're going to look at situations, lean in the reason together, guys, and come up with the proper solution, guys. Again, welcome to another edition of the Countermove podcast. Let's get into this thing, guys. There's been a lot of hubbub concerning, or a lot of, I say, news concerning the inflation rate. You have a lot of people saying, well, inflation's coming down and things of that nature. Look what's going on. And you have a lot of the administration is talking about how the inflation rate is going down. Our policies are working. But the problem that I'm actually seeing a lot of the times, guys, is what they're saying is not matching the reality. And so kind of began to look into a little bit of these numbers to see, okay, how are they saying this as far as the inflation rate is going down, but the cost of goods and services and that nature is still going up? So I'm like, man, something's just not smelling right. I look at the fruit behind what's going on, not when someone is telling me. Let me see what's actually happening. So, guys, man, I had this question: is the inflation rate numbers being manipulated? I thought that was a wise thing to look at. The answer may be no. The answer may be yes. We're gonna look into this thing and kind of see what's going down to see if this is what's going on. So let's take a look. Let's take a closer look at the inflation rate numbers. My man PBD, Patrick McDavid, actually came and did a nice, great presentation on this exact subject, guys. Man, he killed the game on this, guys. You're going to be very surprised at the data that comes out, guys. Okay. So we're going to listen to this real quickly. I'm going to stop and pause. We're going to sit in and reason together, guys. And let's see if these inflation rate numbers are being manipulated. All right, guys, let's dive into this and see what's going on. Hold on one second. Let's see. I actually want a different type of format. I'm gonna do it like this here. Here we go, guys. All right. So let's look into this and reason together, guys, and see exactly what is going on, because some ain't smelling right. So let's see what's going on. All right, here we go. Let's go.
So a lot of people are concerned, confused, and wondering what the hell is going on with inflation because they're saying inflation is going lower, but just in Q1, they announced 270,000 job cuts by U.S. employers, up 396% above last year, same time, 5 times more. The last time we had something like this, if you take out COVID, was 2009. Yet people are starting to realize just this year, 2 or 3 months ago, they changed something in the Bureau of Labor Statistics on the way they measure inflation, and people are starting to realize why they did.
Oh, from the get-go, some stuff has been changed. Some stuff has been changed, guys. Let's look into this and see what's going on. And this is by the labor division. Okay, let's see what's going on. Here we go.
They did it to not get people to be concerned. Wait till you see some of this data in today's episode.
So guys, come back to me for a second. From the get-go, there's some funny business going on with these numbers, right? There's some funny business going on. We got to look at the situation to see what's really going on, guys. Some ain't smelling right. All right. So let's dive into this real quickly and see what has changed. Okay. See what has changed. All right. Here we go. Let's go back to PBD real quickly. Here we go.
You give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So they're telling us inflation today is 6.5%, give or take. Yeah, inflation's fine at 6.5%. It's not really as bad as you think it is. And a lot of people are confused saying, how is that even possible? Because chicken's up 10.5%, butter is up 26%, milk is up 50%, egg 170% in certain markets, coffee 13%, baby food 10%, rice and pasta 15%, bread 15%. How is it possible if all of these things are up the way they are for you to say inflation is only up?
Stop right there. Stop right there, guys. That is a logical question. Do you see how much this stuff is up? That's crazy. Chicken, eggs, butter, milk. It's up. Eggs 170%? Man, what's going on, man? Some ain't smelling right. Let's keep going, guys. Let's go back into it.
6.5%. Yet if you go to the official versus the shadow stats of how we used to measure inflation, you will.
So now we got official and shadow stats. Why don't we have just a stat? You know what I'm saying? Why we got an official and shadow stats? I don't have an official budget and then a shadow budget. That didn't make no sense. We should have stats. That's it. One, not official and shadow.
You will notice if you look at the blue versus the red shows that inflation is only 6.5%. But blue, the top, shows we're somewhere between 13 to 14% inflation. But this isn't the.
Wow, 13 to 14% inflation. Let's keep going, y'all. Listen.
The only thing that you have to see what happened. Just this year, if you go on the BLS website, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they announced something very quietly. I don't know if you heard about it or not. Matter of fact, I'd love to know if you heard about it. Okay. If you did, comment below. Okay. It said beginning with the January 2023 index, scheduled for publication on February 14, 2023, BLS plans to update the spending weights in the calculation of the CPI every year instead of every 2 years. So you may say,
what?
I don't get it. What?
So hold on. So let me get this straight. Let's go and put it back up here real fast. Let me get this straight. The normal way of gauging inflation rates, guys, has been every 2 years. Now, as of 2023, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the BLS, is now saying that they are going to do it every year, not every 2 years. Interesting. Why? Let's find out. Let's go back to PBD so we can talk about it. Here we go. Again, numbers. Okay, here we go.
What's the big deal with that? Let me explain to you what the big deal of this and just kind of see the optics. If you look at the historical rates, we're just going to go back 5 years. Do you see that? How it goes January, February, March, all the way down to December and the years? So the old way of measuring inflation, let's just look at February of 2023. It says it's 6%, right? So if we do the old way of how much inflation is higher, you would measure it from 6% to February of 2021. And they would have to say inflation is up 4.3%.
Right there. With how we normally do it every 2 years. If it's done in that fashion, it says the inflation rate is up 4.3%. Okay? This is with the now old way of doing this, right? 2 years. It should be up 4.3% because the gauge is every 2 years. Now let's see what happens now when you change the numbers. Here we go.
Than what it was 2 years ago versus the new way of measuring it. They have to go from February, which is 6%, to last year, which was 7.9%, and they get to say the magical words. Look at our policies. Inflation is down 1.9%. And you and
I... So wait a minute. Come back to your partner, man. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. We got a little bit of an issue here. So, now that they have changed it from every 2 years of gauging the inflation rate to now every year, and last year I think it was 7.9. Now it's 6. Now they can say because of the change of the calculation, i.e., numbers, right? Our policies are working now. The inflation rate is down 1.9%. Trash! Garbage. That makes garbage. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Man, this don't make no damn sense. You can't make this up. At all. Let's keep going. It gets worse. It gets worse. Let's keep going, y'all. Listen to you before PBD. Honesty, numbers, facts. Here we go.
You and I sit there on TV and we hear a president say this, and you say, I don't understand. How? How can you say something like this? Well, it is because of our phenomenal policies. Inflation is down. And we have to say, all right, I'm just not feeling it. Maybe it's me. Maybe others are not feeling it. And you start thinking like you're being maybe gaslighted, or you're the dummy. You're not the dummy. You're being gaslighted.
Yes,
because they changed the way they measured certain data.
They changed the way they measured certain data. Let that sink in. I know this is called a pregnant pause. So there we go. They changed the way they measured certain data. So they can go on TV and say our policies are working, and they know it is not. Trash, garbage, manure. Pick a word. Pick one. That's what's going on. Let's keep going. It gets worse. Let's go.
So somebody may say, who's this affecting? I mean, again, the person that's making money, they're probably not feeling this, but the low and middle income family, they're feeling this the most. Let me show you a couple other charts here to look at. So here's a chart of how much food prices increase every year since 1990. If you look at this, what year is the highest prices increasing? This year. And it's not a little bit, it's astronomical compared to any other year in the last 33 years. If you go to shelter, look how much we're up in shelter. It's 7.9%.
Crazy.
The average person cannot afford to have 7.9% of their shelter costs going up. Transportation, 14.6%. Again, 33 years. Even if you look at some of the things, the behavior of what you and I are doing, these things increasing, beef prices are going up. Most Americans, we love beef. We love our burger, we love our steak, we love all of that. But beef prices are going so high that Americans are saying we can't afford to buy beef anymore. We're starting to eat more chicken than we ate beef. Look at this chart here on what we would consume. From 1965 till today, beef has gone down because prices of beef have gone up. But look at chicken. Chicken's gone up. Turkey is flat. Pork is flat. This is causing you and I to change our consumption behavior.
And right there, guys. I'm glad he went there. Because of the reality that inflation is up, the goal of, I gotta say, the policymakers was to change our consumption behaviors. That was the goal. And they're doing it, while at the same time lying and saying that inflation is down. Well, realistically, it's up 4.3% because they changed the calculations of certain data. Skip 1,000. So let's get, again, guys, it gets worse. Let's keep going.
This is causing people right now in the tech industry to say, how am I going to replace that income? Some people are sitting around saying, how am I going to increase my income?
Yes.
The one thing is for sure, people are looking at what the media is telling us that inflation is going to be fine, yet we're seeing layoffs up 396.
Well, hold on. And if someone's telling you inflation is going to be fine, they need to be fired. Inflation buys away your buying power. It eats it away. What the hell is going on here? Basically, they're saying, don't believe what is really going on. Believe what we're telling you. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Trash.
6% for job cuts, and they're saying, how come we're not being told the truth? So there's a difference between what the White House tells us, what mainstream media tells us, versus what you're actually feeling. Trust what you're feeling. These numbers are real. Prices are going up. So you may be saying, Pat.
Okay. Numbers. Facts. Okay? Not your emotions. None of that. Numbers. Facts. Let's keep it 1,000. Okay? Believe what your pocketbook is telling you, not what someone is telling you in an ivory tower. Okay? Believe the facts.
Pat, what's the purpose of this video? Is it just to scare us? What do I do about it? Well, there's a few different things you can actually do about it. One, create awareness. Yes. Talk about this. Talk about it amongst your community, your peers, online, social, Twitter. Tag everybody you can. If you say inflation is going lower, why is this going on? Did you see the BLS on the way you're measuring? Why did you do it? Why did we do that? Educate the people around you. The louder you and I, we the people are, eventually they're going to have to pay some attention to what you have to say about it, right?
Okay. This passive attitude when it comes to elected officials, that crap got to stop. Okay? This passive type of scenario of saying, well, they know what's best. Man, please, you know what's best because it's your money. It's time to get in the game and stop passing the buck down to somebody else. This passivity got to stop. Okay?
That's number one. Second thing, this is not the time to splurge. It's never the time to splurge, but this is definitely not the time to splurge and not pay attention to what you're doing. Go through your credit card. See some of the old memberships that you have that you're paying for. Why am I paying for this thing? $4.99 a month, $9.99 a month, $18 a month. Cut a lot of that stuff. This is the season to audit all your credit card, your check card, to see exactly where you're wasting money. Audit yourself before the IRS audits your finances. Number three, increase your market value to the best of your ability today. Skills, market value, whatever may be. Don't just sit there and say, well, it sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. There's a lot you can do about it by increasing market value. And the way you do that is when you bring value to a company you're working at, they're going to have to sit around and say, this guy's very valuable to us. Look what he's doing. He made money for us here, and she made money for us there. Without her, we would have never done this. Without him, we would have never done this. The more you're able to do that in the marketplace, your value goes up. So here's my challenge to you at the end. This is a video you ought to watch with your family and have a conversation starter. This is like, hey, what do you think about this? Did you know about this? Did you not know about this? Talk about these things together with others. But if you got value from the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I got a
All right, guys. Hold on one second.
Another video I did, May of 2021, talking about the dangers of inflation for the future of America. I went into it very, very deep. This is back in the days we would do things on the board. If you've never seen that, click here to
watch that video, guys. I want you guys to see that there. Watch that video. Watch it. It is pivotal to watch it. I watched it. It's very detailed. It goes into deep details about inflation. So watch that video. If you have not subscribed to Valuetainment, I advise you to do that. That's probably that is the best business and finance channel I believe on the planet. Okay, because they give good, honest details, and it's not really political. They do go into politics a little bit, but it's more of business individuals. Okay. All right. But all right, guys, here's my reaction to what I just saw. Okay. Let me sit up real fast, y'all. I'm not going to yell at all. I'm going to be real calm, cool, and stoic and collective. When it comes to the inflation rate being manipulated, the answer is yes. It is being manipulated. We just saw that breakdown of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, or the BLS, changing the calculations of certain data to where it is normally the calculation is 2 years, and they changed it to 1 year. Now, at the 2 year mark, the normal calculations, inflation will be up 4.3%. When they changed it over to 1 year, what's happening is now they can say, well, it came down 1.9%. But the problem with that is it doesn't match reality. Okay, it doesn't match reality at all. So, are they lying? Yes. Are they gaslighting you? Yes. Should you believe what you're feeling or what your pocket was telling you? Yes. Yes. If you are believing what someone is telling you and not auditing what's going on with your finances, you are doomed to be deceived. That's going to happen 1000%. And whatever you mismanage, you will lose. It's real simple. They are lying to you. They are. Okay? They are. If what they're saying is correct, why are all the goods and services still going up in pricing? They got to explain that. They have to explain it, guys. Okay? Come on now. Widen the circle. Bring in that wise counsel. Talk to your family. Follow what Patrick said. Talk to your family, your community, your friends, everybody, and say, hey, man, I'm seeing this video, man, and it's kind of shocking. And is this right? Is this right? Are you guys seeing this as well? Because these policies ain't working. No, inflation is up. I mean, think about this, guys. They have the official stats and then the shadow stats. That right there is questionable. You got official stats and then shadow stats. Huh? Like, it don't make no damn sense. All right, guys, but yes, has the numbers, inflation rate numbers been manipulated? Emphatically, yes. Now that you know that, what you gonna do about it? What's gonna do about it? You can sit back, complain, bitch and moan about it, or you can get up, brush yourself off, and begin to plan your counter move. This is why this is called the Countermove podcast, guys. So what's the counter move here? All right, I always say, guys, peep it, sweep it, and keep it, guys. I always begin here because I don't know where you're at. All right, examine your current situation. That's the peep it stage. Where you at? Are you struggling right now? Or are you having to make decisions on what to pay and what not to pay? Right? Is your retirement going down? Or is it going up? How much do you have in savings? Have you manufactured a pay raise by borrowing more on your credit card? A credit card, which creates more debt, right? So, because most Americans have just manufactured a pay raise by putting those additional expenses on a credit card, but that's adding to more of the liabilities. That makes sense, guys? So again, guys, where are you at? All right, and period. So examine your current situation. So I got to say this here. What foundation is your wealth strategy currently being built on? What are you doing? And if it's not working, you got to change. Now, get this. Patrick did say this here. He's right. The wealthy, they ain't worried about none of this. Because why? Inflation actually helps them. It helps them more. It helps us more. My properties are increasing in value. My rents are going up, okay, for my real estate, okay? I'm getting more opportunities more than ever. All right, guys? So the top 1% of the wealthy, they ain't hurting. My question, are you? So what is your foundation built on? All right? Number two, so how secure is your strategy? How secure is it, guys? How secure is your strategy? That's the sweepy portion. Okay? What are you doing? Okay? And if the strategy that you have right now is not working, can you pivot? One strategy that Patrick said in that breakdown was audit your financials now. In other words, where are you bleeding cash at? Can you cut that stuff off? Okay? All right? That's your audit in your books. Like he said, you need to audit your books before the IRS does it. All right? There's a reason why they hired 80,000 additional agents. Okay, guys? They're not going after the wealthy. No. Because they actually have the legal counsel and the team to combat all of that. Do you? Again, how secure is your strategy? You should have a strategy to accrue wealth, a strategy to audit your current cash flow, right? And also a legal strategy as well. Also, most people don't think about the legal portion of the thing. Okay, guys. But I got something for you at the end, guys. And again, guys, start thinking generationally. That's the key portion of it. The key portion. Right now, guys, I can say this here. I gotta say this: broke people plan for Saturday night, but the wealthy plan for 3 generations. Let me say it again: broke people plan for Saturday night, the wealthy plan for 3 generations. Okay, most people that are not wealthy at all, their plan begins and ends with them. The wealthy, their plan begins with them, but they have 3 generations in mind. Right? Does that make some sense, guys? So you have to really change your perspective to start thinking generationally, 3 generations after you, and watch your mind begin to expand. Here's one way you can do this, guys. All right? One way we can do it is starting a business is essential to defeating inflation. With the cost of goods going up, guys, all right, is your wages outpacing inflation or is it behind it? Well, the stat says behind. Okay, so how do you going to break it? How are you going to make up that arbitrage there, that delta there between inflation and your wages? Because most people are behind. So starting a business is essential to defeating inflation. What can you do, guys? One thing you can do is real estate. I own a lot of real estate investing. Okay, I own a lot of real estate by God's grace. All right, and I'm buying more. I buy real estate for the tax benefits, the cash flow. Right, I get to utilize debt as well and have someone else pay down the debt for me. Right. So again, I have a wealth strategy there, guys. Another one is beginning another business in the financial services arena. Okay, that's nothing you do. It's financial services arena, which is what people are looking to move their money from one environment which is exposed to another environment which is protected and is growing tax free. What if you were the conduit to facilitate that transfer over? Okay, to provide that solution. That's out there, guys. There's $41 trillion sitting on this. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's not 41 trillion. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's $41 trillion sitting on the sidelines. That's with a T. That's a lot of money sitting around, guys. So, what if you can actually help take the money from here over to right environment? Very simple to do. And lastly, guys, man, what you can also do is a home business. I think if someone does not have the wherewithal to do real estate, because that can be a very complex arena to be in if you don't have a good team around you, or in financial services, that can be a little bit complex as well because it's very information intensive, right? For you to learn that information and get licensed as well. Also, a third thing you can do is start a home business. I think network marketing or direct sales is a phenomenal industry to begin to build businesses in. Why? Because you get the benefits of an enterprise while working from home and you can make life-changing income. My rich dad, guys, Precious Swagger, I did a Countermove podcast with him on. What he did also was he actually makes 6 figures on net on a monthly basis in direct sales, guys, all from home. And that's all residual income, passive income. That's possible, guys. That's possible. Okay. But you're going to have to begin to make more money by starting a side hustle or a business to defeat inflation. If you do not do that, guys, it's over. Most people will sit on the sidelines and just bitch and moan. But for those that really want some help, guys, because I get this question all the time, guys. Hey, here's what you can do, guys. Very simple. Scan on this QR code, and I don't know where you're at, guys. I do this every single time. If you need some assistance on where to go, because I don't know where you're at. I don't know if it's real estate, financial services, or a home business of some sort. I don't know where it's at. Guys, scan on the code, and I can point you in the right direction. Okay? Because I don't know what you need. But as the Bible says, seek wise counsel. Okay, so that can show you your blind spots. All right, don't be so prideful that you become a lone ranger and you don't seek any help. Guys, every day I'm talking to wise counsel for real estate, for the businesses that I own as well. I'm about to make another investment into another business as well, also, guys. And I have wise counsel around me all the time answering the question. I'm talking about legal, I'm talking about tax, I'm talking about strategy. I'm talking about marketing, go-to market strategies. I have everybody around me so I can actually provide the right solution. I'm not the end all be. I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. It's impossible for me to know everything. So, but if you need help, guys, scan on the QR code, or if you're on Instagram, go on the link in my bio. You can schedule a time with someone with me or my staff. We can sit down and talk about it, and it's free. Don't cost you any money at all, and we can point you in the right direction. I just want to be able to offer a service to individuals that they don't that if you don't know where to go, I can potentially show you where to go that really fits where you're at. I don't know where you're at, but the exact same time, someone did that for me. Okay, someone did that for me, and I want to pay it forward, do it for other people as well, guys. Man, that's all I have for today, guys. Man, I hope this was beneficial. Hope this helped you out, guys. This is always fun. This one was interesting to me, guys, because of the fact that it's in the space that me and Cliff talk about realistically on our real estate training, which is every Friday at 5 p.m. on all platforms. At 5 p.m. Central Time, we do a real estate training every single Friday. So for me, this is interesting because we talk about interest rates all the time. And this is directly tied to the inflation rate. So I'm kind of astute in this area. I don't know everything, but I'm kind of astute in this area as well, guys. But guys, man, thank you so much for your time. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it. Am I off base? Does it make sense? Am I full of crap? Let me know. No problem at all. Comment below, guys. No problem. And every single Friday and now Tuesday, somewhere in the middle for Suni and Mo, it comes on every Tuesday now and Friday. And you get to see it. You get to be entertained, learn a little something as well, also, guys. And it's I ain't gonna lie to you, it's really funny, guys. But here is a little bit of a snippet of what you get. Here we go.
Now we're about to get.
I went down.
Facts on facts on facts. Hello.
Guys, that's somewhere in the middle with Suni and Mo. I call them Susu and Mo. Every Tuesday and Friday, you can get it in with them, get your boo, have a good little time with them, guys, and laugh a little bit and learn a little something as well, guys. But guys, that is my time, guys. You know how I do it every single time, guys. I end it in the same way. Don't get mad at me. Talk to Christ about the thing. Gotcha. No problem. Dustin, I see you on Instagram, brother. I came in late, just got in. I always try to catch your live. Man, thanks so much, Dustin, man. I'll post this live on Instagram, guys, for 24 hours so you guys can watch it. But it's a must watch. For those that are rewatching it again, guys, this is a must watch, guys. But I always say, guys, before you leave, and while you can, you see that thing, guys, take that damn picture and give it to your mom and them. Now say it with your chest and with your partner. Now holla at your partner. See y'all next Thursday, guys. Peace.
Long live the king.